are you? I'm going to begin the shave by applying some of this, the original Cube by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This one's mentholated, and I will be back in a second, and hopefully my face will be covered with this. It's got quite a bit of charcoal in it, as you can see. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what we're going to be using in the shave today. It's a Valet Autostrop razor, and in there, on what is going to be its second use, I believe, is a Feather FHS-10 blade. And my brush is going to be this. It's an Omega, let's see, 10098 brush, I guess it is. I thought I grabbed a different one, but it'd be this one here. I've got kind of a lather paste on it. I'm going to try to make a lather on my face with some water. My soap today, the Stirling Black Cherry shaving soap. I've been ordering a few things from them, and so I'll try to get started here. Let me pour some water in the sink. I could have used their bowl. I was just noticing I have their bowl here, just remembering that, but I think instead of using that, I'm going to try the face lather. I'm wetting the tips of the bristles here. Let's see. Oh, I hope you're all doing well out there, and I hope that you are having a good new year. Let's see. A little bit more water. I meant to grab the larger 10049 brush that I have from Omega with a larger plastic handle and a knot at least as tall as this one, I think, but wider. But I'll keep trying to lather here. I need to get this brush a lot more wet. Still somewhat of a pasty lather, but I think it'll be all right. If necessary for the second pass, I might revert to using the bowl here, but I'm going to go ahead and wet the razor and try to get started here. Okay, here we go, pass number one with the grain. Great smelling soap, by the way. Couple of days worth of growth here. Single edge razor, so I will have to rinse twice as often. Rinse the razor twice as often, that is. Very nice holidays overall, but I'm glad they're over. A lot of people have been saying that. I'm glad 2020 is over. Not a great year for most of us, but we're not out of the woods yet. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and rinse this razor. Yeah, Stirling also sent me some of their coffee, a sample of their coffee with this order, just like they did with the first order I made with them a few weeks prior, or at least a couple of weeks prior. This time they sent me some of their Tanzania coffee, so maybe I'll try some of that. I got my days and nights mixed up. It's the middle of the night and I'm shaving. I've done that before, and I often shave late, but yeah, so maybe I'll have coffee in the middle of the night, at least 1 cup. A scent strength of about 3 or 4 out of 10 on this soap. Very nice, pleasant, clean scent, but very nice black cherry scent. Hearing quite a bit of audio feedback there. Alright, rinse time again. I hope everyone got what they wanted for Christmas, or at least most of what they wanted, if you celebrate that holiday. Didn't do much decorating this year. I usually don't. One red and white sock hanging on my front door. Bought one person a present and bought a lot of things for myself. Mostly shaving related stuff, you know. Hard to get under the nose on this pass with this razor. The angle is kind of odd. Alright. A lot of hairs going down the sink there. Quite a bit of growth. Over 2 days, I think. Or right at 2 days. Had some very close shaves lately, so I don't necessarily have to shave every day, or at least not every 24 hours exactly. Alright. For the most part, this razor's rinsing pretty easy, or easily, I should say. But I cut out the rinsing to try to make the videos a little shorter and a little more interesting, so you don't have to see my bald head poking up as I rinse the razor down there in the sink. Had a pimple the other day, popped that and shaved over it, and so I got a kind of a semi-permanent red dot there. It'll go away soon, I'm sure, unless I open it up again with the razor. Okay, that's done. Pass number 1. I'll continue on to pass number 2. Off camera, I'll lather again, and then we'll go across the grain. Alright, I went ahead and resorted to using the bowl here, the red Stirling collapsible shaving bowl. Got a pretty nice lather with what lather or paste I still had on the brush, so that's pretty nice. I'll set the bowl aside over here and we'll continue. I'll wet the razor. Okay, now it's pass number 2, across the grain. Here we go. All right. Sometimes I don't have a lot to say, even though this is supposed to be conversational shaving. I guess for the most part, I'm a satisfied person. Had a nice Christmas. New Year's was uneventful, but that's the way I wanted it. I think a few people around here lit off fireworks and maybe shot guns into the ground. Not into the air, I hope. Yeah. Okay. Someone was trying to troll me yesterday or today, I forget when it was. I just blocked them. Get into an argument with someone like that and you're just wasting your time. It was regarding a comment I had made about, I read that really hard soap should be lathered for a full minute. I think I read that on one of the forums. And someone who disagreed with that said, well, you read wrong. They didn't say what I read was wrong. They said I read wrong. How do you do that? Everybody's shaving experience is different. There are some rules that seem etched in stone, but none of them really are. I can say that the Stirling soaps seem to perform pretty well for me. I can think of just one time I had a new brush or one I hadn't used in a while, and there was only one time I had trouble that I remember lathering a Stirling soap. I think it might have something to do with the fact that, for me anyway, some brushes seem more suited to one kind of soap and other brushes seem suited to another. All right. Yeah. Boy, a lot of feedback there. I think after this use, I'm going to have to put this blade in the trash. I think it's only its second use, but the first use I got on this blade and this razor was just fantastic. It seemed like it was like slicing a knife through butter. It was working so well. I might have to go back to previous shaves and make sure that this is the second use on this blade, because of the way they're covered up here, the way that they insert into the razor. I don't usually put little black dots on them. Of course, I could do that and just take it out and look at it, and the little black dots with the Sharpie, that indicates each time that I've used a blade. That's how I usually keep track. I'll be right back, and then we'll do pass number 3 against the grain. Okay, I was continuing to use the bowl here. I'm much more impressed with the bowl this time, and the second time I used it. This is the third time I've used it, and only the second on camera. I'm way more impressed with the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl now, which is what this is, because well, the first time I used a different brush. It was a straight boar brush like this, but it was brand new, hadn't been broken in, made by a different company, yada, yada, yada. And I didn't think it lathered the soap as well in this bowl, and it kind of, because of those nodules that stick up in there, that other brush got kind of wiggly and lopsided. I mean, the bristles did get kind of going every which direction after I used this, but not as much with this particular brush. So I'm pretty happy with the bowl. I wasn't totally unhappy with it the first time I used it, but again, that's just another example of how the first time I use something, I don't always, I don't always get it right or get the best use of it. Third pass against the grain. Here we go. I'll start on the neck. Yeah, this blade is smooth enough on my face still, but just doesn't seem as sharp. I don't know if I'd call it tuggy per se, but I guess that's what it is. Anyway, I have a feeling even if I don't get a perfect shave, I'll get it remains a pretty comfortable one. Even though I'm doing a lot of what some people call buffing, going over the same spots on the face. I tend to do that anyway. Like here. As long as I hear feedback still, sometimes I'll go over a spot repeatedly. Yeah, it's funny, or maybe not so unusual, how different shaves are different experiences. Unless you use the same razor, same blade, same product over and over. And there's nothing wrong if you do. If you found what works for you, I think that's great. For the rest of us, maybe this is just kind of a sickness, collecting all these different things here. Trying different products. Just like the, maybe I shouldn't say typical, but stereotypical woman supposedly tries on new makeup, new dresses, new shoes, buys new handbags. This is sort of a male equivalent to that. Okay. Oh yeah, I just remembered something else I was going to talk about. Somebody, I don't know, several weeks or could be several months ago, I kind of lose track of time, somebody was kind of rhetorically asking, I guess, if a certain line of soaps were still relevant. Well, I didn't know this was like college football, where a team can be called irrelevant if they haven't won. I guess it's what has a line of soaps or products done for me lately, but I think anything you like is relevant. At least it's relevant to you, and that can't be all bad. And now I'm going to pop out, pop back in, freshly lathered down here for pickup time. Okay, now here is the magical clock letting us know what I've already told you. It's pickup time, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, pickup time. And as Paul H. has mentioned in some of his videos, when you lather for this pickups, touch-ups, whatever, this pass, if you want to call it that, you look like you're in a neck brace, you know, like you've just been in an accident. Hello there. Kind of funny, anyway. Here I go. I still hear feedback on my neck. This may not be a perfect shave. I say I'm not going to chase BBS, but I don't know. That's what I've been telling myself anyway, in my mind. But I'm going to rinse the razor and go over my neck once more. I'm not doing good on time, so I may just very quickly go over this. Well, that's about as good as it's going to get. I'd say this is a DFS. Maybe even the lower range of a DFS shave, but that's okay. It's been comfortable. Adequate slickness and good protection with the soap. I'll be back with Mr. Towel. Here's our good friend, Mr. Towel. Whew. Ah. Oh, 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 oh. I'm enjoying this. Now, real quick, I'm going to finish drying off and I'll start recaps and finishing touches. Put Mr. Towel back on the rack because he likes that. Okay. Easy now. Okay, there he is. Hi, how's it going? And I started off beforehand in this shave. I prepped my face with the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cube. This one's mentholated. And there is the little PAA Cube Dock that you can put it on. Nice little thing. You can sit on your sink or counter. And my razor has been this Valet Autostrop razor in there on what I believe is its second use, but I'll correct that in the description to the video if I'm wrong. An FHS-10 blade. Okay, my brush has been the Omega Pro 10098 boar brush, and on the second pass I went ahead and started using the collapsible shaving bowl. Goes like that, you see, from Stirling soaps. And I guess I should mention that it was one of their soaps I used in this shave, the very nice Black Cherry soap there. And I hope I've caught up on everything. Now I'm going to, hope I didn't leave anything out, I'm going to apply some of the Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel. No alcohol in it, so it is a toner. Okay. Just get that going in the hands real quick. Nice, slightly scented. Supposed to be good for the skin. Yeah, that's nice right there. Now I'll move on to the next thing. The matching to the soap anyway, the Stirling Black Cherry aftershave. Shake that up a little bit. Someone's trying to reach me, or there's a Facebook notice. Somebody posted something in one of the groups that popped up on my phone there. Boy, tight restrictor on this bottle. I'm having trouble. There we go. Yeah, I got some of that in my hand now. So I'll work that around, put a little on the wrists, temples, behind the ears, back of the neck. There is alcohol in that, and there's some sting, but oh man, oh, that scent is just wonderful. That and the soap and everything else, so nice. I'll put the lid back on this and I'll go to the final thing here. The final thing I'm trying to say, the Arko Extra Sensitive Men's Aftershave Balm. Shake that up a little bit. Some people like Arko products, some people don't. Some people just don't like their soap. I think it smells like a urinal cake, I don't know. Just a combination of nice scents here. This balm is lightly scented. Just trying not to get any in my eyes, but I was putting it on my eyelids and around the eyes. And there, I guess I'm about done. Thank you if you've managed to watch this, or especially if you've managed to watch this far into it. Goodbye. Have a great new year and peace.